2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back at TPC San Antonio for the second round coverage of the Valero Texas Open. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside my booth mate Rich Beam. It's always terrific to have you join us. We've got our leader sitting at 6 deep at the moment as we get things going here on 2K Sports. Now to the first hole. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Oh, that ball's grown some legs. That thing's running. Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Yes, and let's hope it's not a similar result as yesterday.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Well, that's a lovely approach and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the first. 4 feet to the cup.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And now just one shot outside the cut line.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
The second is a par 5.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
That should find the cut stuff. Rich, if players are long enough and adventurous enough, they can go for this green in 2. How hard's the approach?
The green sits well above the players, so getting it home in 2 and actually stopping it on the green, that's a tall order except for the players that are the longest in the game. Anything coming up short left is a deep bunker. But to be fair, though, that's not a bad miss. Anything, however, going long, though, can be. The bunker behind the green is really, really ugly.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, I'm getting a good look at this. It's about 35 feet to the cup.
That one's going to turn out pretty well, I think. Always nice to have a birdie putt.
It's a short putt, but it will move to the left.
Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Sitting at +5 overall.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Here we are at the third hole, a par 3.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Wow, what happened there?
A bit too much club there.
Second shot here on the third. Ooh, that almost went down. Setting up from the first cut here in the green. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one is breaking left to right.
Ooh. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And now at +7 for the event. Let's go to the fourth. It's a par 4. Lovely effort, that. This is his second shot.
Straight at it.
Not a bad play, that one. Oh, 13-footer coming up here. What a disappointment. In she goes. Let's head to the next.
John, give us an update. What's shaking?
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 16th.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. Second shot here on the 5th. Ooh, almost went in. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So exciting to have an eagle putt here. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Putting now for a bogey. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 6th is a par 4.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side, but from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Good looking shot this. Second shot here on the 6th. Okay, that'll work. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
That's disappointing. Look at this one just roll off the green. A bit too much pace, but a chance still to get it back up and in. Setting up to play the shot here from the green side rough. Nicely done. Just a 4-footer remaining. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. This hole is a par 3. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
And here we are with the third shot. This sand shot awaits. And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. This next one from the beach. Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. And unfortunately, the shot limit has been reached on this hole, and this player is going to move on to the next. Now, the mercy rule has been put into play here. Too many shots on this hole. Head to the next. Time now to forget the horrors of the last and focus on this next tee shot. Time for the second shot at the 8th. Where did that come from? That's not his style. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. The putt drops, and we're moving on. As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. Par 4, 9th hole here.
Not a single bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting as this green is very deep, not very wide. Big runoff areas on both sides of this green. A par here is a solid number.
Alrighty, Rich. This is crunch time. We're through 9 holes today, and this player's on the wrong side of the cut line.
Well, they need some lady luck on their side because right now nothing is going their way. It's going to take an awful lot to see him through the weekend.
Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Currently top 30 in the FedEx Cup points list.
Let's get back to it, shall we? From about 100 yards.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be on the green.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Momentum putts come in many shapes and sizes. This one's a 13-footer. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Time to tee off on the 11th.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
That's tiny. Ooh. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Welcome to the par 4 12 hole. Not quite the shot he was wanting.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. John, have you got a good read on this one?
I think this putt's going left to right.
Ah. 7 feet to the cup. And that putt will end up short. And finishing this hole with a little tap in. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Hole number 13, a par 3. This would be a great up and down from this spot. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
This now, his third shot. I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. Oh, that's unfortunate. Didn't deserve that. Is this going to hold the fairway?
The ball is on its best behaviour, avoiding the first cut.
And now over to Tony Finau.
Yeah, he's looking good now. Up ahead in this matchup.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. This next putt's for a Barney Rubble. That's the cardinal sin, leaving it short in the heart. And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. Now on the tee of a long par 4. From around 140 yards here. That goes down for an eagle. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard.
This shot was absolutely perfect. Looks just as nice on the second viewing.
Xander Schauffele is leading as we move on to the next hole. Welcome to the 16th hole, a par 3. Wow, mate, that's some golf back there. An eagle. How good. Wow, what a shot. Opting for the hybrid, I think. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. This putt is about 17 feet long. And that's for birdie. Well holed. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Here we are at the 17th, a par 4. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff.
Oh, that downslope has just added a ton to this drive.
Good shot there, Beamer. Second shot here on the 17th hole. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Well, he is walking the walk. 2 strokes ahead in this rivalry right now.
And back to the course with the live action. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
And this putt to be even with Tony Finau.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Love it or hate it, it's a downhill left to right putt.
Par putt coming up here. Xander Schauffele currently leading the event as we head to the next hole. The 18th hole is a par 5. Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. This one might just sneak off the fairway. Well, Rich, I'm being honest. This lie is putrid.
I'm telling you, I would blame the caddy. Bogey here yesterday, looking at the same score today.
Nice out the rough here.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. And a lovely way to finish his day, closing the round with a birdie. Well, Rich, you never like to see it, a player missing the cut on the PGA Tour. How does one respond?
Luke, I've got great insight on that question. You kind of have to look back and think about the positive things you did to reinforce those. But every once in a while, you got to look back and say, where did I make the mistakes? Where did I go wrong? And learn from those. Because if you don't take time to learn from your mistakes, then what are you learning from? You have to look back and figure out where it went wrong so you don't make